New on Sunrise, a high-speed chase reaches 100 miles an hour. How police caught up with the driver and what he was arrested for.
And we do have a lot of clouds in place. The clouds will stick around through the weekend, but we are talking warmer temperatures. I'll have the details.
Plus, in just 1 hour, thousands of runners will be in downtown Indianapolis for the Jingle Bell Run. I'm Matt McCutcheon. More on the event and what it raises money for coming up live on Sunrise.
From Indiana's news leader, Eyewitness News Sunrise starts now.
Good morning to you. Welcome to Sunrise. It's now 8 o'clock on your Saturday morning. I'm Naomi Peskovitz here with Kelly Green. Matt McCutcheon was inside, but I have a feeling he'll be heading outside with the runners in just a bit. What's in store for all those runners?
Well, it is going to be a cloudy day, but pretty mild. I mean, temperatures are actually running more than 10 degrees above average all across central Indiana. But we are dealing with the clouds, and we actually have an inversion in the upper levels. So that's keeping some stagnant air at the surface. Fine particulates are kind of being stuck in that lower level. So if you do have some respiratory issues, keep that in mind today. It is currently 36 degrees. Winds are out of the southwest right now at 6 miles per hour, and that southerly ingredient going to allow temperatures to climb a bit today. Here's a look at our weather bug temperatures right now at this hour. 36 degrees in Muncie, 36 in Greensburg, 37 in Frankfort, and 36 degrees in Rockville. Now we do have this air quality action in effect for today and tomorrow. And again, we do have that stagnant air that's causing some of that unhealthy condition out there. So if you are doing the Jingle Bell Run, keep that in mind today. This is in effect for today and tomorrow for the areas that are outlined in the gray. So we'll likely see things improving as we head into Monday, especially once we get the rain moving in. But in the meantime, the clouds will stick around today, and Future Track 13 showing temperatures gradually rising into the low, possibly even some mid-40s later this afternoon. So cloudy but warmer. We'll take it. Temperatures climb to 44 degrees today, even warmer yet for tomorrow. I'll have those details coming up on Weekend Sunrise. Naomi?
Kelly, thank you. Police say a man stole an SUV near Speedway and led police on a high-speed chase that ended on the southwest side of Indianapolis. It all unfolded just before 6 o'clock this morning. Speeds reached nearly 100 miles an hour during the chase. Investigators say a man stole the SUV with Texas license plates. It rolled right before it crashed near Kentucky Avenue and Harding Street. The suspect was the only person inside. He's believed to be involved in a number of break-ins. Officers also recovered cash and jewelry. Police are not releasing the man's name. He is expected to face several charges. And this morning we can show you what Marion County's new Justice Center would look like and how much it would cost the city. The $500 million facility will go on the site of the old GM stamping plant south of the Indianapolis Zoo. Neighbors near the White River used to see traffic in and out of the GM plant. Now traffic from the newly planned Justice Center would include judges, police, lawyers, corrections officers, and criminals just released from jail. That's got some neighbors of the newly planned center not very happy.
Well, they're letting criminals out all the time by mistake, so what's to say they don't just let some guy out and then he's some ex-murderer and then comes over here and my house is the first thing he sees, you know? I mean, anything could happen.
Well, if the council does give the final go-ahead, construction could begin as early as June and wrap up by 2018. Well, are you getting excited for a Christmas getaway? Burglars are excited too, hoping to find a way into empty homes. And while you may have heard tips like leaving the light on or having a family member get your mail, there's a new lesser-known step several cities are taking to protect your home. A call to police in communities like Carmel, Westfield, Indianapolis. They will add your name to a list of homes that officers can check. Westfield officer Mike Wheeler says sometimes they find unlocked doors.
Either the wind pushes them open or people just forget to leave the utility garage door. They leave it unlocked, or sometimes even the front door.
And police say the information you give them does stay within the department. They will often check businesses as well. Well, in the next hour, thousands of people will be taking part in a special run through downtown Indianapolis. And Sunrise reporter Matt McCutcheon now joins us live near Bankers Life Fieldhouse with more on the Jingle Bell Run, including what's happening before the race. Matt.
Naomi, good morning. In just about an hour, thousands of runners will take place, but believe it or not, you can actually still partake by coming right over here and signing up. You can come down here, get your bib, you get a t-shirt, but what's also unique is you get a pair of jingle bells for your shoes. That way, with every step you take, whether you're doing the run or the walk, you can do so with a lot of noise, to say the least. Joining us this morning is Tammy Sander here with the Arthritis Foundation. Good morning to you.
Morning.
A lot of excitement today. We're looking at about 4,000 people. What does the run and walk help benefit?
Helps benefit the Arthritis Foundation. 1 in 4 people here in Indiana has arthritis, so we're trying to put that money toward research. We may be a ways off from that, so in the meantime, the hope is to put that money toward better drugs and treatments to help people live more comfortably with arthritis.
This is the 26th year for the event. Each year it just seems to grow and grow, especially not just with the amount of people participating, but also the different vendors and events that are here inside Bankers Life Fieldhouse as well. Kind of over here, I know there are massage tables and things.
Yeah, we have lots of fun things to do. There's something for everyone. So even maybe if you're not a runner, you're not going to do the 5 or the 10K, there's a 1 mile walk, there is a kids zone, there is a free reindeer run for the little kids. So there's so much stuff to do. Bring the entire family.
And a lot of characters, because I noticed there's a woman over here in a Christmas tree outfit. So there's also kind of a competition, it sounds like.
There's a costume contest, and you'll see some crazy stuff. Stick around
In a
for
good way.
Yeah, stick around in the next half hour or so. It gets really packed in here and lots of great costumes.
All right, Tammy, thank you so much for joining us. A crazy costumes you heard there with some noise as well with all these jingle bells. The 10K starts here at 9 o'clock this morning. Then at 9:25, the 5K. At 10 o'clock, it's all about the kids and the reindeer run that takes place as well. So if you have plans around downtown Indianapolis this morning, you'll want to allow yourself a little extra time to get around, as there will be thousands of people, as you see here, getting their way inside to participate in the event. Much more coming up here throughout the morning here on Sunrise. Reporting live, Matt McCutcheon, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, Matt, thank you so much. Good luck out there. And I want to see Matt at some point dressed up as like an elf, maybe. He'd make a good elf, I think.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Well, a lot of folks, again, will be out there running today. Kelly's here to tell you what to expect.
Oh, well, the good news is we're not talking really bitter cold temperatures this morning. They're actually well above normal this morning. We are dealing with a lot of clouds and some stagnant air in place. I'll have more details on that coming up in your SkyTrack 13 forecast.
Plus, Santa isn't the only one with a workshop. Some Hoosier elves are hard at work in a story you'll find only in Indiana. And are you thinking about giving a puppy as a Christmas gift? Coming up, we'll talk with our pet vet about why this may not be the best idea this time of year. Welcome back. To many people, a puppy is the perfect symbol of the true spirit of Christmas. But unfortunately, that well-intentioned gift can also come at a time when people aren't really ready to care for a pet. So we are joined once again this morning by our pet vet, Dr. Jennifer Crow from Fisher's Veterinary Hospital. I have to share this story because my mom watches us all the time. We once from an uncle got a pet rabbit for the holidays. My mom still hasn't let him live it down. They always promised they would come back and give him something that he didn't want. But yes, pets are not a good holiday gift, and you're here to explain why.
Yeah, it's something that takes some time to decide what you want. So any pet, whether it's a kitten or a rabbit, it's something that you need to think about all the things that go along with it. They're not an ornament, they're not a toy. So, you know, there's a responsibility that comes along with ownership. So things like training and exercise. You can't just put them in a crate or sit them on your lap and that's it. And the obvious, they need food, they need shelter, and it takes money to do all that.
Yeah, and in our case, my parents ended up taking care of little Rebecca, the albino rabbit, and weren't very happy about it. So what do you do if you potentially get one of these gifts that you maybe didn't want?
So the whole family needs to be involved. So have everybody involved in the training and the exercise. You know, pick out a groomer that you are comfortable with. Make sure that all the veterinary responsibilities are taken care of. They need vaccinated. So, you know, you want to establish connections with people who are going to help you do that, and you want to have the family all involved. Who's going to feed? Who's going to walk? Who's going to pick up after that pet?
And the holidays maybe are too busy. It's too much work to make those kinds of decisions then. Okay, so if you've got a kid who is just begging for a puppy, what do you do? So
you do your research. You want to check out, talk to your veterinarian about the types of pet that may be worth looking into for your family and what kind of responsibilities you're ready for. Check the AKC page and visit your local shelter. There's lots of adult dogs, young dogs, old dogs that are looking for a new home, and they might be just exactly what you're looking for. So do your research, find out what kind of pet is good for a family and what responsibilities are going to come along with it.
All right, Dr. Crow, we always appreciate you visiting us, especially this time of year, to give people that little tip. Maybe a puppy isn't the best idea. Thank you so much. Well, still ahead, the Senate is expected to hold a rare Saturday session today. Coming up, why the vote on the $1 trillion budget was delayed.
Midnight on Saturday.
The yeas are 219, the nays are 206. The motion is adopted.
We do have some breaking news for you this morning. Police in Portland say they have arrested a suspect in the shooting outside of an alternative high school. Police say they stopped a vehicle around 1:30 this morning and arrested a 22-year-old man. A handgun was found in the vehicle. The shooting wounded at least 4 people outside the school, including a 16-year-old girl who is now in critical condition. A 17-year-old boy and a 20-year-old man are hospitalized in serious condition this morning. A bullet also grazed a 19-year-old woman who had only a minor injury. This morning, police were searching an apartment near Rosemary Anderson High School, all as a part of that investigation. In other news, a technical glitch shut down 5 London area airports yesterday, temporarily closing the airspace around the city. Flights in and out of the airports, including Heathrow, the world's busiest, were stopped for almost an hour. The shutdown came at a very busy time at the beginning of the weekend ahead of the holiday season. Last year, a problem at the same air traffic center took 12 hours to fix. The Senate plans to hold a rare Saturday session today after passage of a $1.1 trillion spending package was delayed. The spending plan would keep the government running through September. The House has already passed it. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi has been critical of President Barack Obama for supporting the plan, which he calls an imperfect measure that stems from the divided government that the American people voted for. Senate Democratic Leader Harry Reid is supporting the legislation. The vote was delayed after 2 Republicans launched a bid to force the Senate to vote on President Barack Obama's new immigration policy. A new survey finds a majority of Americans won't be spending more this holiday season, but it also reveals who will. According to a Bankrate.com survey, a whopping 82% of Americans will spend the same or less than last year, despite lower gas prices. Finds only 16% plan to spend more. And among those who do plan to spend more, millennials were found to be twice as likely as their older counterparts planning to splurge. Only 8% of millennials said it's because of lower gas prices. 20% said they'd spend more regardless of prices at the pump. And speaking of gas prices, our own Matt McCutcheon just found a station $1.99 a gallon in Franklin.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
No.
So if you don't live over there, it might not be worth the drive to get the
Right.
cheap gas, but we're under $2.
That's amazing.
Crazy, right?
Hopefully it'll continue to spread all across central Indiana.
Yeah, add that to one of your errands to run today while you're
Yes.
out and about. It could be an okay day for that.
Yes, absolutely. It should be mainly dry. We may have some misty conditions here and there, but pretty mild. We are also under an air quality alert action day today for Indianapolis and counties surrounding, including also Howard and Madison, Delaware County, and that is due to the stagnant air, and that is in effect for today and tomorrow. And a temperature inversion is what's in place. We have cold air at the surface, and then we also have some warm air aloft, so that's preventing any mixing of the lower levels, and it's causing those air particulates to get trapped at the surface. So this is going to be some unhealthy conditions for those who are sensitive to those kind of situations. Now, our satellite radar composite showing a lot of clouds in place, and this is really going to stick around all weekend long and well into next week. We are tracking this next weather maker that brought the heavy rainfall across the west coast. This area of low pressure is going to slide a little bit farther to the southeast, and then it will take a turn moving to the northeast as we head into Monday. That's actually good news for the air quality. It'll help mix up the atmosphere. But in the meantime, it's currently 36 degrees with winds out of the southwest at 6 miles per hour. Air temperature and that wind feels like temperature makes it feel like it's in the low 30s. Now temperatures this afternoon will gradually climb into the low, possibly some mid 40s in some locations. So it's really going to be a little bit warmer than yesterday and actually a few degrees above average. And here's a look at our future track through the afternoon. So the clouds will likely still stay in place. I don't think we're going to see much thinning of that at all. High today of 44 degrees. Winds will be out of the west-southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour and certainly warmer than yesterday's high of 35 degrees. This evening, the clouds stick around. The winds start to turn out of the southwest and temperatures will basically hold steady in the low 40s and upper 30s during the overnight. So we'll start off pretty mild tomorrow morning. Again, a cloudy day, but if you are doing some tailgating tomorrow for the Colts game, really will be some nice conditions for that. Very mild for this time of year, and it will be dry for the most part. May have a few sprinkles during those morning hours, but for the most part, we're going to be dry. So for your tailgate, temperatures will be in the low 40s. Temperatures will climb into the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. Now, as we head Sunday night, again, likely still some clouds around. And then as we head into Monday, that next system starts to push in. Rain will become likely by Monday evening. It will continue into Tuesday. Temperatures will tumble throughout the day on Tuesday. On the back side of the system, colder air moves in. May even catch a few snow flurries by Tuesday night. So today, high of 44 degrees, 48 on Sunday, continuing the warming trend, high of 50 degrees on Monday. Rain will be likely by Monday evening. And then as we head into Tuesday, still a few more showers possible. And then falling temperatures, could see a few snow flurries Tuesday night and Wednesday. Naomi?
Kelly, thank you. Today is the 13th of the month. And for Checkup 13 this month, our emphasis is on prostate cancer. Certainly was not on the radar for Rich Souter. The 53-year-old was amazed to learn he had cancer.
I didn't really have a premonition that anything was wrong with me because I didn't feel bad. I'm not saying I was
Well, Rich's escalating PSA blood test number led to a biopsy and then surgery. Now Rich is cancer-free and free of complications. He's looking forward to spending his first Christmas with his granddaughter. And if you are 40 and older and haven't had a prostate screening in the last 12 months, you qualify for a free exam and PSA blood test at these two locations, this courtesy of St. Vincent Health and Checkup 13. To register, call the hotline 1-866-U-CHECK-13 or 1-866-824-3251 or register online at WTHR.com. That goes through midnight tonight. Well, they could give the elves in Santa's workshop a run for their money. Next on Sunrise, the Hoosiers who toil all year long in the land of 10,000 toys. Plus, more body cameras are being issued to police departments across the state. Coming up, why officers feel this is an important crime-fighting tool. Welcome back. As we all know, Santa's workshop is legendary, but it's not the only workshop running at capacity in the days before Christmas. They don't make as many toys as the jolly old elf, but they do have something in common. They work all year round. And on this week's Only in Indiana, Eyewitness News reporter Kevin Rader and photographer John Duong take us to the land of 10,000 toys.
If you've ever imagined what a toy shop looked like,
we'll make one real quick.
It's doubtful you envisioned this makeshift garage
Here it is.
On the city's north side.
Let's use one of those as a pattern. We make basic, sturdy, dependable wooden toys.
It's also doubtful you would have pictured these basic, sturdy, dependable toy makers.
And these are not drilled consistently.
There are 5 toy maker shops like this one spread out across the city, and together they craft 10,000 wooden toys for 28 central Indiana agencies to dispense for Christmas.
The dowel was too big to go.
At 82, Bob Hall is the group's senior member.
When I was a kid, I had wooden toys given to me, and I just have a fondness for them.
This plane really does take a lot of little parts. But I think we're making 40 of those this time. It's one of my favorites.
As you can well imagine, the wish list is long. 109 boxes, 100 plaques, 27 doll beds, and on and on.
I know that.
I believe that we have it worked out.
You would think the Central Indiana woodworkers would have all this routine pounded out by now, but since some children remain in the system for some years, the toys need to be changed. As an example, the planes have gone from World War II P-40s to F-14.
Now I can really go tearing into this.
For years, these guys only crafted cars, trucks, and planes and the like. But then, Marcel Everest, a retired consumer credit counselor, joined the group 5 years ago. And
yeah, we do quite a few things for girls, probably about 50-50 now, which I think is good. Girls need toys too.
O.C. Morris is a former barber, so he trims up the plaques, among other things.
And I didn't want to be one of those guys that get up every morning, put my clothes on, watch TV.
Let's use one of those as a pattern.
Neither did Don Malloy, a retired AT&T employee. He organizes this chapter.
We got another one here we can make.
After all, it's his workshop.
We'll exceed 10,000 toys.
It puts a smile on my face all year long, because we make them all year long.
It has to be hard to tell the forest from the trees, or in this case, the toys, until early December when they're ready to be shipped out.
Some child at Christmas time is going to be playing around with one of these things, and he won't really care what I went through to try to make it a successful toy.
That is true. These unlikely toy makers will never see their faces, and the children will never see theirs.
We'll sand that a little bit.
It's a trade-off that you make in life when you live your life for others. In this case, in the land of 10,000 toys. Kevin Rader, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.
Kevin, thank you so much. Well, still ahead, Colts fans will bleed blue tomorrow for the big game against the Texans, but today you have the chance to do it all for a good cause. We'll tell you about a fun event at Lucas Oil Stadium. That's ahead. An investigation into an alleged imposter. Detectives want to know who would pretend to be with the State Department of Child Services, what they've learned so far. And a new effort to fight the city's crime problem, how IMPD officers hope to eliminate mistrust with the people they serve.
And a lot of clouds are overhead right now, and the clouds look like they're going to stick around this weekend, but we are talking about a warming trend. I'll have the details in your SkyTrack 13 forecast.
From Indiana's news leader, Eyewitness News at Sunrise continues.
And good morning again to you. It's now 8:30 on your Saturday morning. Welcome to Sunrise. I'm Naomi Peskovitz. Kelly Green joining me as well this morning to talk about your forecast. It's a shame we finally get these warmer temps and then the clouds just kind of hovering over us.
I know, really, because this nice inversion that moved in could have mixed down to the surface and warmed us up even more. Unfortunately, it's actually causing more of a hindrance. We have the clouds in place, the cooler air at the surface, and this inversion is causing some unhealthy conditions, and the clouds will stick around all weekend long and well into next week. And we have some sunshine later in the work week, but we'll get to that in just a moment. But our temperature trend, our average low is 25 degrees, and we've actually been running well above average this morning, already in the mid-30s in many locations across central Indiana. Those winds are out of the southwest at 6 miles per hour. Wind chill value making it feel like it's 31. Our weather bug network at 37 in Muncie, 36 degrees in Bunker Hill, 37 right now in Seymour, and 36 in Rockville. Now, we do have a little bit of fog out there because of that low cloud deck. It is causing some reduced visibility in some locations. 6 miles of visibility in Indianapolis, 6 in Lafayette, down to 6 as well in Muncie, and Richmond also at 6 miles of visibility. Now, we do have an air quality action day today and tomorrow, and it is because of this inversion in the atmosphere that is causing some stagnant air at the surface. Those fine particulates are unhealthy for certain populations, so keep that in mind. That's in fact for most of central Indiana, including Indianapolis. Now, today we'll see temperatures really climbing into the upper 30s this morning and the low 40s this afternoon. We may see a few mid-30s in some locations today as well. The winds will be out of the southwest, and again, it will be a cloudy day, but at least it will be more mild, with temperatures climbing to 44 degrees with winds out of the west-southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. Even warmer yet tomorrow, and we're also tracking some rain. I'll have those details coming up in your SkyTrack 13 forecast. Naomi?
Kelly, thank you. New information this morning about a deadly shooting on Indy's near north side. Investigators say a 20-year-old woman was killed in the 1800 block of Roosevelt Avenue just after dark last night. So far, police have not given out the victim's name or any information about who may have killed her. Police also tell Eyewitness News that a car that was reported stolen in an armed carjacking earlier this month was found at the scene. And new on Sunrise, police are investigating after a man was shot in the face at a party on the city's west side. Officers say it happened in the 3600 block of Creston Drive near Washington Street and Rockville Road. Police say the victim was shot a second time in the arm. The man was awake and talking with officers when they arrived on scene. He was taken to Eskenazi Hospital in serious condition. Right now, police do not have any suspects in custody. Police are looking for a man who's been missing since Thursday when he left his job at Angie's List on the city's east side. Coworkers last saw 31-year-old Sam Samastrada leaving work. The company released a statement last night saying, "We are very concerned about Sam's well-being and are working closely with IMPD to locate him." Samastrada drives a 4-door black Hyundai Sonata with a New York license plate, the number there, G6L7087. Call Metro Police if you have any information. Police are looking for a woman who is apparently posing as a state social worker who may be trying to take children. Investigators are looking into this kind of report from Greenfield. A mother told police that a woman named Miranda from CPS knocked on her door to take her 2 young children. She shut the door and called the department, only to find out there is not a case against her and no one named Miranda works for them.
She was dressed to the T, you know, looked professional in a suit jacket. Her hair's brown. It was like in a ponytail. You know, her name was Miranda. She had these piercing green eyes.
A police officer is required to accompany any CPS case like this. The suspect, or Miranda, is described as 5'5", with an average build and her hair in a ponytail, driving a white sporty car. Call police if you've seen her. A growing number of police departments are starting to use body cameras. Fort Wayne already issued 6 cameras to officers in its gang and violent crimes unit. Now it has more cameras thanks to a donation. Fort Wayne is still trying to find funding to buy body cameras for the rest of their department. We've also profiled police departments in central Indiana that are starting to use body cameras. Indianapolis Metro Police say they studied the use of body cameras, and now they'll start using some of those cameras as part of a pilot program. President Barack Obama also announced a plan to help pay for 50,000 body cameras across the country. Advocates say they help protect police from false accusations since they record their encounters with suspects. Indianapolis police officers are reaching out to young people with lessons on how they can get the two sides to get along. Yesterday, IMPD officers and local attorneys put together a mock traffic stop at Kip Indy School. The students played the role of driver and passengers, and in some cases, even officers. They learned about their rights and how to respond to officers. The relationship building exercises are a direct response to what the country sees happening now in Ferguson and New York City involving police relations.
In the traffic stop scenario, I learned that police have to come at a situation with a perspective of how may this end? How may this person driving this car react? Will it react in a good way?
The relationship building exercise is the first of 4 events at local schools with hopes of reaching students citywide. You can find out more about that under Hot Topics. Just go to WTHR.com. Indianapolis Mayor Greg Ballard vetoed an ordinance that would have required the City-County Council to approve deer management programs at Indy parks. The mayor says wildlife management decisions should be handled by the experts, and the proposed ordinance would needlessly politicize the process. The council proposed the ordinance after the recent controversial deer hunt at Eagle Creek Park. The mayor says the park board is better positioned to make decisions like that after taking public comment and expert testimony. And Kelly Green joining me now with a look at your forecast and also some issues. If you have any respiratory problems, you might want to be cautious out there today.
That's right. We do have an air quality alert in effect today and tomorrow, and that is because we have a very stagnant air in place, causing the fine particulates to cause some unhealthy conditions. I'll talk more about that as well as your weekend forecast coming up.
And a family in need this holiday and unsure of how to make it all happen. Coming up, why they truly understand the spirit of the holiday, and we're there for the big surprise. And welcome back, 8:40 on your Saturday morning. A live look now at Lucas Oil Stadium, which will be a very busy place today. As folks across Indiana come to Lucas Oil to donate blood as a part of their blood drive. And for more on that, again, you can help save a life today while having some fun at Lucas Oil. Lucy Smith from the Indiana Blood Center joins us live from the 15th annual Bleed Blue Blood Drive. Hard to say, but a lot of important stuff going on there. Lucy, good morning. How's it kicking off?
Good morning. It's great. Yeah, we opened doors at 8. So as you can see behind me, we got lots of donors in the chairs already. Lots of people outside the door waiting to come in for a later appointment.
So you will expect hundreds of folks there, right, today donating?
Yes, so we actually have, our goal was to see 2,000 donors, and we have filled up all of the donation slots. So we will see at least 2,000 donors come through the doors today. If you aren't eligible to donate blood, there is plenty else going on. Field activities, there's a free health fair. So we ask all to come out today.
And now, if you haven't signed up yet, you haven't registered, can you still give blood today, or is that all done?
We are full for the day with blood donations. However, we will have opportunities to receive this awesome limited edition T.Y. Hilton football later on throughout the month at our donor centers.
Oh yeah, tell me about that football.
Yes, and I am trying to find a football right now.
That's okay, I've seen it. We'll show our viewers coming up.
Yes, it's wonderful. It's a limited edition T.Y. Hilton football, so we're extremely excited. He's had such a great season, so I know donors are, blowing the doors down to get this limited edition football.
Yeah, and doing something good too. You guys have had so much success in years past. Your 15th year. Congratulations to you. And
thank you.
We wish you the very best turnout. We'll check in with you guys again here in a little bit. Lucy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, and Kelly Green joining me back here again to talk about your weather for today, which will be warmer but damp.
Yes, it is going to feel damp because of the low clouds. It's causing some reduced visibility, and it's also causing some stagnant air. We do have an air quality action day today and tomorrow, and that is because we really don't have a lot of mixing at the surface. It's causing the fine particulates at the surface to increase, and that's causing some unhealthy conditions for certain populations. So keep that in mind today. A lot of clouds around all across central Indiana. If we take a little wider look, this is a big system. We still have these clouds that will stick around today and tomorrow, and the area of low pressure that brought the Pineapple Express across the west coast, all that heavy rain, now drifting to the southeast, and then it will head towards us as we head into Monday, which is actually good news. It'll help really mix up the atmosphere. Here's a live look from our Plainfield weather bug cam. Again, a cloudy look definitely gives you that winter-like feel. Cloudy skies from our HD weather cam as well. It's currently 36 degrees. Winds out of the southwest at 6 miles per hour. So we have that nice southerly component, and that will allow temperatures to climb today. We'll see temperatures climbing above average. Average high for this time of year around 39 degrees. And as we head into the later hours this morning, they'll climb into the upper 30s, low 40s, possibly some mid 40s later this afternoon if those winds keep up. But I do think we're going to see more clouds than anything throughout the day today. High of 44 degrees, winds out of the west-southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour, and warmer than yesterday's high of 35 degrees. Later on this evening, again, the clouds stick around. The winds start to shift out of the southwest, and temperatures will be basically holding steady in the low 40s and upper 30s as we head into the overnight hours. During the day tomorrow, we'll still see a lot of clouds if you're tailgating for the Colts game. We'll stay mainly dry, maybe some misting conditions out there, but all in all, we'll see temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 40s tomorrow afternoon. The Colts take on Houston tomorrow with that 1 o'clock kickoff, and temperatures will be in the low 40s during your tailgate hours. And as you're heading out of Lucas Oil, temperatures will be around 48 degrees. Now, as we head into Sunday evening, clouds will still be around. And then as we head into Monday afternoon, this area of low pressure will start to push in a little bit closer. That'll bring some showers, especially by early evening. We'll start to see that rain moving in, and it will continue into Tuesday. Now, on the back side of this system, we'll start to see some cooler air moving in on Tuesday. That will allow falling temperatures, and any leftover moisture will likely take a transition from rain to a few light snow showers. Not expecting any kind of accumulation at this point, but we will see definitely a little bit of a warmer day on Monday, but then falling temperatures on Tuesday. High of 44 degrees this afternoon. Temperatures only fall to 38 tomorrow morning. High of 48 on Sunday, and then on Monday, high of 50 degrees. Showers push in by Monday evening. They'll continue on Tuesday, and then we could see a little bit of a transition from rain to snow. A few flurries possible on Wednesday, but notice we're back into those cold temperatures as we had Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Naomi?
Kelly, thank you. Christmas now just 12 days away, but today 200 children will get their gifts early. It's part of the annual Shop with a Cop program. This is video of the event from a couple years ago. Today, officers from multiple central Indiana departments will donate their time to help children find clothes, shoes, and toys if they want. Fundraising for this event happens all year long. And the Indianapolis Fire Department is also helping children get ready for Christmas this morning. The IFD Clothe a Child program provides kids with a coat, school clothes, and new shoes. 50 children are invited to a free breakfast this morning before the shopping gets started. Well, the Christmas season generates a giving spirit in many forms. For one local radio station, that means granting a miracle to a deserving family. Eyewitness News reporter Carrie Klein shows us the gift that will continue giving long past the holidays.
When Heather Knight and her children arrived here at the Radio Now 100.9 studios, they thought they were here to talk about what Christmas means to them. That's what they thought.
All right, Evelyn, you're first. What does Christmas mean to you this year?
It means about loving God.
Loving God. And Christopher, what about you?
It's not only just about sharing, it's about that we get together and spend the time about our God's Christmas and that
Are
we're
these
celebrating His birth.
Our family's had a really rough year this year. We lost Daddy in August, so we've been mourning the loss of him. So this is going to be our first Christmas without Daddy, and yet still you can hear the joy and the love in my children.
I want to let you in on this. The last couple weeks, Heather, we've done a Miracle on Your Street where we've taken hundreds of submissions for those families that are in need this holiday season. Emily, do you mind reading your nomination letter?
For about 10 years now, Heather has had a host of very serious medical problems. 4 months ago, Heather's husband, Dan, had a sudden and completely unexpected heart attack and passed away. Heather's finances are extremely tight, and they are still grieving.
The Knight family has been chosen this year to receive a Miracle on Your Street. We have nearly $1,500 worth of Christmas surprises for you guys. We got you something real special for the holiday season. Open it up, kids. Let it rip.
Okay. It's a 16-inch laptop.
What a special moment. This family.
Oh,
what did you get, buddy?
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the old series. It's an Anna and Elsa backpack. What?
Christopher and Evelyn, do you guys like water parks?
Really?
Yes, we're going to Caribbean Cove.
Whoa!
You know, just finding out and just the entire life changes of being a single mom as the label that I never thought I'd have, and being at 38, the label widow. I'm just amazed and blessed and grateful.
And the story doesn't end there. This act of giving has already inspired listeners to call in and make some donations of their own, making this a very, very Merry Christmas for the Knight family. Reporting from downtown, Carrie Klein, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Such a deserving family. The Knight family also received clothing and several gift cards to places like Walmart, Speedway, and Studio 200 and the Evan Todd Spa and Salon at the Conrad Hotel. Well, now here's a look at sports with Dave Calabro.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Dave Calabro, the short guy in the back. It's Operation Basketball coming up with the Frankfurt Cheerleaders. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
I'm Gary Dick, and here's what's topping Indiana business news headlines this week. Chrysler Group is planning to invest nearly $270 million to boost production of 8-speed automatic transmissions at 2 facilities in Kokomo. The city says Chrysler has pumped more than $1.5 billion into its 4 Kokomo plants over the last 5 years. Live Nation Entertainment has reached an agreement to buy the old National Center in Indianapolis. The California-based company, which also owns Klipsch Music Center in Noblesville, says the deal could be complete sometime next year. The Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra says it has achieved a balanced budget for the 2nd straight fiscal year. The organization says income from ticket sales jumped more than 15% compared to the previous year. The Indy Chamber has released its 2015 legislative priorities. They include support of the Indiana Economic Development Corporation's Regional Cities Initiative, early childhood education, and mass transit. And we'll have all of the week's business news, including Kokomo Mayor Greg Goodnight on Chrysler's big investment, and a lot more tomorrow morning at 11 right here on Channel 13. I'm Gary Dick. Go out and make it a successful weekend.
Operation Basketball on Eyewitness News is brought to you by Reed Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Ray Skillman Automotive, and powered by the IHSAA.
Go time!
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Dave Calabro. It's time for Operation Basketball. The Frankfurt Hot Dog cheerleaders in studio. They're going to cheer in a minute. But first, great game last night. Number 4 North Central against number 1 Carmel. Let's check it out. North Central fans all pumped up to face their rivals, the Carmel Greyhounds. The Panthers looking for their first win against the Hounds since 2010. North Central trailed by 12, but they crank up the defense. Jared Clark with the steal. The game suddenly tied up. Purdue-bound Ryan Klein with 17 points for Carmel. He ties it up at halftime. Second half, the Panthers pounce on the Hounds with a 15-2 run. Chris Wilkes is only a sophomore, but he steps up with 17 points. Carmel fans couldn't believe they were watching an upset in the making. Panther senior Wes Stowers hits the big 3. He finishes with 15. Panthers up by 15 in the third. Fourth quarter. Carmel's Keegan Culp with the 3. He finished with 14, but guess what? North Central with the victory dance. They upset number 1 Carmel 66-59. At Brebeuf, the Braves all decked out with some holiday cheer as they took on Lawrence North. The fans were quiet until Aaron Banks scored the 7th point, and then it was on. The Braves bringing that serious school spirit, but Lawrence North keeps calm. Big Wesley Bender with a spin in the bucket for the lead. Wildcats also have an outside game. Kevin Easley Jr. strokes the 3. Brebeuf goes to their sharpshooter. Josh Bonifield knocks down the tray. But Lawrence North wins on the road 59-51, and the Wildcats are now 4-0. All right, the Chittard Trojans at home facing, Heritage Christian. Here come the Eagles. Long pass to Jesse Kempson for the bucket in the lead. Game goes to the wire, and it's Brian Ball from the corner with a 3. Chittard down by 2. Uh-oh, here we go. This one is going down to the final seconds. 4 seconds to go. Chittard with the ball. This shot will not go. That was for the win. Heritage Christian hangs on to win it. 60-58, your final score. You can see more scores at WTHR.com. Time for Cheerleaders of the Week from Frankfurt. Ladies, take it away.
Ready. Ready. We are the Dogs, the best you've ever seen. Second to none, we're out for number 1. Striving for victory. Come on, crowd, yell for your team. Yell Operation
Nice job, Dogs. Frankfurt in the studio for Operation Basketball. I'm Dave Calabro. Have a great weekend. Reggie Wayne joins me in the studio tomorrow night on the Sports Jam. The Pat McAfee Show tonight at 7:30, and they're still cheering. Have a great weekend. See you later.
And like Dave said, the Pat McAfee Show airs right here on Channel 13. It's tonight at 7:30. Again, here is Dave Calabro with Pat, who's clearly in the holiday spirit, channeling his inner elf.
Pat McAfee's back at Channel 13. They got to ask what you're wearing and why.
Well, 'tis the season, Dave. You know, here in Hoosier land, we like to celebrate giving and celebrate happiness. And the only way I knew to do that was put on the socks that I've owned since my sophomore year of college. They bring good luck. Hopefully, they'll bring good luck to us this weekend.
Pat McAfee Show is coming up Saturday, 7:30. Who's your special guest?
Bob Cavoyan from the Bob and Tom Show. It's going to be a fantastic episode. I got a chance to shoot hoops with Larry the Legend today. Well, I didn't shoot hoops with him. I shot hoops in front of him, which was more nerve-wracking than I've ever had. I got a chance to do some awesome stuff with you. And the show on Saturday with Dave Calabro, Bob Cavoyan is fantastic.
All right, again, that's tonight at 7:30. Well, coming up, one of the city's most picturesque places is about to get more expensive. Coming up, why the Indianapolis Museum of Art says it has to start charging visitors.